ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile.
Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
If I can't do it, homie, it can't be done.
VIP me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money, money.
Call out here for a pill. When he tryna get this money for a real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me. No, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up? What up? It is Alex, Fantasy Football Hustler, back at you. We got a quick hitting Saturday episode. We're going to get some start and sit questions going here. If you're watching on replays, pay attention to all of the players that were mentioned here, because I'm sure we're going to talk about players that you are curious about. Shout out to Toker1J. Shout out to Johnny. What up? Shout out to Emil. What's going down? Just got back from LA late last night. Brought some dabs with me, brought a little bit of flour. So the Drips and the Wafers crew taking good care of me. We got some drip dabs that we're gonna get down with really soon here. About to smoke a bowl. Went up to Bray Rock. What up? Should I trade Puka, Brees, and Mooney for JJ and Cup? I mean, it's a lot, man. What's your record? What are you trying to improve? Because I mean, you're trading away 3 players for 2 players. I mean, it improves you getting JJ, like, for sure. But, like, I don't know. Cup's kind of been whatever since he came back, and Mooney's been on fire. Puka, outside of the getting ejected from the game, he's been looking pretty fire. So, what's the whole point of this trade? Patrick in the house. What up, bro? Neil said, what is week 10, 11, 12, 13? So week 13 right there. And that's if he came back the next week after that. But the way they're making it seem is like he would not be coming back even after the 4 weeks. So I think that you can drop him. I really don't think that he's going to play again this year. Like, why would they? Why would they play him week 15, 16, 17? You know, like there's really no reason for them to, unless they have a complete turnaround, you know, which I definitely don't see happening with Cooper Rush. I mean, they're 3-5 right now. You know, they lose a couple more games, like they're completely out of this. They would be completely out of it. And St. Louis fan, what up? Good afternoon. You were doing, if you're going to shop one, Mayer or Williams Dynasty Superflex week at RB, and went 3 and 4. Well, I mean, Caleb's gonna have more more value for you right now. I mean, I do know that much. So might be looking to try to trade May if you want to keep the better person, if you're just trying to get the most that you can get, because none of these guys are really worth it, you know, because none of these guys are like going to be a part of like your starting roster or anything. I'd say trade Caleb. What up, Frizzil? Shout out to Ryan throwing in some cheering with 200 bits over there. Appreciate you, my bro. And he said current team 7-1-1. Oh shit, you got that? You got the what's it called? Got the tie in there. Non PPR 12 teamer. Stafford, Bodick, Henry, James Conner, Hunt, Tyreek, Garrett, Jamo, Brock, and then you got Chubb, Bigsby, Mason, T. Higgins. I look to make any trades towards the playoffs. Not sure what guys like Hunt, Chubb, Tyreek's future looks like. Well, here's the thing. Should you make a trade? Yes, but there's only one type of trade that I would be trying to make. And I would be going and looking at some of those playoff pretender teams, you know, maybe some of the teams that are like kind of out of the playoff race, but they need a little bump. You know, they need a couple wins or whatever, and then they'll get in that playoff race. I'd be looking to trade multiple guys for like one player from a team like that. So you might have to do a Kareem Hunt, a Chubb, maybe even a Bigsby, you know, 2 or 3 guys, you know, like that, and then kind of tier up to where you get one better single player. You can start 4 RBs per week, 2 flex spots, so non-PPR, that's pretty big. Well, I mean, the thing is like PPR or non-PPR, like wide receivers can score more than running backs. Like PPR just means they don't get points per reception. They get points for the touchdowns. They get points for the yards. So I wouldn't just think of it like I'm going to keep all my running backs, because like when you're looking at Kareem Hunt and Mason, those guys are on borrowed time anyways. So it's really about like getting whatever value you can from like certain players. Hope that helps. And for drop Keaton Mitchell to pick up Estime or Trey Benson. I mean, maybe Trey Benson. Yeah. They did say that Estime is going to get more work this week, but it's an ugly game. Oh, no, why they wait till like the exact, like the worst game that they could be playing and like the worst opponent that they could be playing to be like, yeah, we're going to give them some run out there. I don't know why. And Bray Rock Cup or Puka rest season. I mean, if I'm just picking one or the other, it's got to be Puka. And Patch said, thanks. Quick team review. Suggestions. I mean, so the reason why I went through all his suggestions, he threw in a $2 super chat. Not like you have to throw in a super chat for me to go through this, to go through the teams. But yeah, if you want me to analyze your whole team and tell you what you should do, like just throw a little super chat in there. Give your boy a little tip, man. And Frizzell said, when do you expect Keaton Mitchell to be fully involved? He might not. He might not be fully involved this year. Like, that's the thing. Like, guys like him and Justice Hill, like, they're role players. You know, they're gonna have their role. And I'm surprised that he got as much touches as he did, because they stole touches away from Derrick Henry to give him touches. So, yeah, fully involved. That's kind of just like a really loaded question for a team where he's like technically the third running back, you know, and like he will never be the number 1 running back without an injury over there. So, yeah, I just wouldn't be counting on him being more than kind of like a dart throw, like flex guy, you know, that's what I feel. And hey, there we go. Patrick, appreciate you, my bro. So let's see. 7-2. I mean, you got to be one of the top couple teams, right? I'm assuming. Kirk and Patrick. So you didn't say if it was a single QB, but I'm assuming it's a single QB. Dak's droppable. RBs, Gibbs, Dobbins, Brown, Javonte, Davis, Corum, Vidal. I'm assuming that's Chase Brown, right? Let me know if that's Chase Brown. And wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Higgins, Brian Thomas Jr., Waddle, Robinson. Is that DeMarcus Robinson? Let me know also. And then Laporta. Ooh, oh, man. All right, let me know those answers real quick, and then I will jump. Back. Okay, is it yeah to both? Yeah to both guys? Let me know. Hey, shout out Tucker1J. You the man. Appreciate you, my bro. Yeah, let them know. Tucker1J peeps join Hustler. I mean, it's $5 a month. Get all your questions answered. Gotta do it. Appreciate you guys. It's 420crew.com. Okay. So, tight end issue for you. And it sucks that Laporta is like so great on paper and he's been killing us. He does have a really good schedule moving forward, but I wouldn't really trade for a tight end. But I would be looking like through the waivers, like literally every single week. Okay. Literally every week. Number 2, drop Dak. I'd say Kirk. I mean, when does, hey, shout out to Derek. What up? What up, Derek? You got a lot of the 420 crew members got shouted out on the podcast that me and Doe recorded for Wafers yesterday. That should be dropping sometime this week. All right, wait, hold on. Where am I at here? Let me see. Did the Falcons, did they? Okay, Falcons have not had their bye yet. Okay, so all I was going to say is, like with Kirk, I mean, you're pretty much rocking him most of the way. I'd say you could probably even get away with rocking him the rest of the way. But week 12, you got to buy. So you got to be looking to fill that week. So I'd be looking on waivers for a quarterback with a good week 12 matchup. Let's see. But yeah, but I think you're good with Kirk. Gibbs, Dobbins, Brown. I mean, I feel like with most of the, like, I think you'd be good without making any kind of like drastic trades to like get a running back there. It looks like you're a little bit more hurt on the wide receiver end than anything. So you don't want to trade AJ Brown, but what I would be doing is I would be looking for, just like I told the other dude, like a playoff pretender, like someone who doesn't really look like they're like someone who looks like they need help to make it to the playoffs. Like they need some wins or they're just not going to make the playoffs. Okay. So I'd be looking for a team like that. And I'd be trying to look at someone who has a really good wide receiver and you might be able to trade him. You know, a Brian Thomas Jr., a Robinson, plus one other person or even two other people to get an upgrade at wide receiver. So more often than not, if you're getting a wide receiver from some team that's not that good, you got to trade some kind like running back, wide receiver. But yeah, that's what I'd be looking to try to do. I would be looking towards those bottom teams or like the mid-level teams kind of just out of it. I'd be trying to trade them a wide receiver or trying to trade get a wide receiver from them and then trade them 2 or 3 players, depending on how good that other player is. Okay. Let me know if you heard that, Patrick. Let me know if it makes sense. And appreciate the super chat, my brother. Bray said Wilson and Mooney for JJ. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a lot, but you know, who doesn't want to get JJ? And shout out to Ryan. What up? Just left another super chat on Twitch. Maybe like Tyreek and Kareem for a guy like 8. So I really feel like I don't want to trade Tyreek. Not in this way. Like if I'm going to trade Tyreek, I want to trade Tyreek for like 2 players, you know, where I get 2 players for Tyreek because the name value is still there. Just because he hasn't been good on paper, like now Tua coming back, there's still name value, name recognition there. He said, not sure the value. They say not sure the value. He said, do Mason, Bigsby, and Chubb have any trade value at all? Well, they don't have much, but it depends on who you are trading with. So that's why I'm saying you want to go look for some of the bottom teams or some of the like the guys who like look like they're about to fail unless they make a trade. Like maybe they got multiple guys on bye. Maybe they got a bunch of injuries that just happened. So there's a handful of reasons on why on like teams that those guys would have value to, but it's like you'd literally trade like all 3 of those for like 1 player, you know, and like might not even be a super top end player, but it would be someone you want to make the trade for someone that can for sure start for you. Cause then you're moving like flex guys / like bench guys for like 1 starter. And then you're kind of just like slowly tearing up, you know, so you just got to find the right teams. Like if you go try to like offer the top team these guys, it's probably going to make 0 sense because they don't need guys like that. But the shittier teams, the ones who are not doing that good, those guys, like these players should have some kind of value to them. Maybe not a lot, but it's something. What up, Crispy? What up, Corey? He said Pesos, Jones, or Russ. I'm going Russ. And yeah, shout out to Doe. What up, Doe? He said that Philly cheese last night, though. Man, I was a little bit jealous, man. I should have got the Philly cheese. That smash burger was fire, But man, that Philly cheese was on point. I guess I got a little bit. Derek, would you ever get a Philly cheese if it was just on a regular ass bun? I guess that's the one thing that kind of threw me off is Philly cheese, but it was on a regular ass hamburger bun. You know, but man, that shit looks smacking though. And hell yeah. And Doe, I was just telling Derek about how we shouted him and some 420 crew members out in the episode that we recorded last night. Hey, shout out to King D. Shout out to the LBC. What up, bro? All right, Patrick Hurd, appreciate you. Let me get back to where I left off here and let me kind of rapid fire through some of these. Had to take care of the peeps who threw down the super chats. Let me see, where did I leave off at? Think here. Millie C, which start is the best? 12-teamer, Rogers or May? Leaning Rogers in this matchup, and then Monty or Stevenson. Ooh. Man, I mean, Monty does not have a good matchup. Stevenson has a better matchup. But I think I'm leaning Stevenson. Papa J said, top of the morning, Hus. What up, bro? Said, wipe them feet off. For those who don't know, wipe them feet off means hit that like button. Thanks for reminding peeps, bro. Now let's get down. Fuck team defense and IDP business. Let's get it. He said, key or sweat for the next few games. And he said, and the shh, don't tell nobody kid from Carolina. I'm going to say sweat in this game. The Chargers and Herbert, well, I guess, you know, the Chargers, because I think that the time where Herbert missed, I feel like a lot of sacks happened in like that half a game or whatever. But Herbert doesn't take a lot of sacks. So I'm just going to leave Key on the bench for this one. And I'm going to go Sweat, man, versus the Cowboys and their bad line and Cooper Rush. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What up, Adam? He said, what up, man? He's hit the bong. No yawning. He said, it's funny, man. You say yawn and then like literally like you can even say it and it would just make me do it because yawning's so contagious. Look. Just saying it fucking makes it happen. Pick 2, Marvin Harrison, Waddle, Ridley, Downs, Mooney, or Rashad White. Good looks. Man, I mean, it might be crazy, but I'm going the last two. Here. Rashad White and Mooney. Let's get it. And Bray said, well, I think I already added that. Did I already answer that one? Too much. I want to get JJ. Like, if you feel like this is the only way that you get him, you go ahead. But I feel like Mooney and Wilson, more often than not, are going to outscore JJ. Because Mooney's been solid. Crispy, if I didn't shout you out already, what up, Crispy? And what up, Corbin? Let's see who else. And then different league, Pesos, Jones or Goff. I'm going Goff. And Corey bench 1, Theo, Otten, McBride, Shakir, Wandale. I'm kind of leaning Wandale. I feel like I don't want to start Theo and Wandale, but I feel like I want to start Theo because the Panthers, they're giving up extreme booty to the tight end. And shout out to the Facebook user on Facebook. What up? He said, Chase gave me 80 points. He's got to be playing in a hustler league. Who is this? Who is this Facebook user? Oh, it's Jarrett. What up, bro? Is that who it is? Let's see. Oh, no, it might not have been. I wonder, is it Jarrett? So I know this one's Jarrett because he put the hoot at. And he said, I'm so fucked. Higgins didn't play. Playing again. Fucking Chase went off and King Henry didn't do so hot. Yeah, man, it was it's tough. It's tough to say the least. Sad mechanic, Fergie or Ertz for this week, but I'd be sitting Ertz for a lot of weeks after this. Hey, and Alex in the house. What up, bro? Alex Mark in the house. And he said, PPR, ETN or Ray Davis. Man, I really don't want to start ETN, but I don't think I'm ready to start a guy like Ray Davis over ETN. So, Godspeed, ETN. And Jesse, if I didn't shout you out already, what up, bro? Baby genius, you paying a 27 first for Tyrone Tracy on a contender? Fuck no, man. Why a 27 first? Like, I mean, if it's a 25 first, like maybe, but like, dude, I don't want to be in 27 and be like, what the hell? Why do I not have this pick? Like, it's for fucking Tyrone Tracy that I traded 3 years ago. So, A first round value for him, maybe, but unless you think that league is gonna fold and not make it to 2027, and then in that case, fucking do it. Right, John? Hella regular bun. Derek said, I'd try it. I never had it. Used to have it a cheesesteak. Right, exactly. So this one, it was a brand new, I think they said they only opened like 2 months ago, right, Doe? I wrote some notes on my phone for when I post the video. But yeah, they've only been around 2 months. Shit, their menu is very small. Like, they're smart for that. It's like you can either get the double smash burger or you get the Philly cheese, but they're both on hamburger buns. Then that was kind of the thing that threw me off, man. If I want a Philly cheesesteak, want on a big ass hoagie. I don't even know if it's called a hoagie, but just want on a big ass roll. And let's see, Sad Mechanic, high grade, no low grade. What the fuck? What'd you say? Fergie, I don't know. Are you talking about the weed? The weed's high grade. That's for sure. Gonna be smoking on some wafer stuff pretty soon here. We brought some dabs back from the wafers and the drip crew. You guys got to go follow our wafers if you don't already. Every year we host, I help host a really big tournament for them. If you're in California, the tournament's going to change a little bit next year. There's going to be California divisions who will be able to like go in and get discounts. Just from like playing in the league and being a top hitter in the league, that kind of stuff. But yeah, a lot of fun stuff coming. Exotic Lord, start 3 out of the 4. Gibbs, JT, A-Chain, CMC. I mean, it's kind of tough, man. Gibbs has a horrible matchup. JT, good matchup. A-Chain, good matchup, and potentially no Tyreek. If there's no Tyreek, that kind of hurts A-Chain. How about this? This one's kind of tough. But because of who you have, unless you want to sit Gibbs, I would just say sit CMC, because CMC doesn't have a great matchup. I mean, I know the Bucks have kind of been a little shaky against the run over the last couple weeks, but CMC has the toughest matchup out of everybody amongst these 4. The second toughest matchup would be Gibbs. So if you want to sit Gibbs for CMC, go for it. That's what I'd say. If not, I'm okay sitting CMC in this very, very first week because you got really good options. It's not like you're going and starting ETN over CMC or, someone like that. So you actually got like 4 hitters over there. Drake London or CD? I'm going to say Drake London for now. And SM, what up on Twitch? It says, should I start Boswell or Siebert? I mean, I don't really track kickers, dude. I would just say go with Boswell. Is he the Steelers kicker? I'd say go the Steelers kicker. Let's see. Papa J, is Chris Jones a bum? No, he's not a bum, but he gets triple teamed on every fucking play. There's a reason why the Chiefs are literally the best run defense in the league, and it's because of him. Facebook user, is this Jarrett? Neighbors, CD, London if he plays, Downs, Ridley, Demario Douglas. Neighbors, London. Yeah, and CD if he plays. If not, yeah, you're gonna have to rock Downs and Ridley. Zaire, Rogers, Williams, or Young, Tracy, Saquon, or Jones. Start 2. Man, I'm so confused. Give me just re-put that in, Zaire. Re-put that in for me, bro. There's just too much going on there. It's like totally I can't process. I can't process. Separate those. Oh, it's K-Dog. What up, bro? I wonder why everyone's coming through as Facebook user right now. Hey, Nigel in the house. What up, Nigel? And he said, give away Dowdle and Nico for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Well, the one thing that sucks about Amon-Ra St. Brown is his schedule. So, like, in a nutshell, do I want to do that? Like, yeah, I really do. Said Puka, if I have to pivot if Hill doesn't play. Oh, man, yeah, see, that kind of sucks. I probably would. Yeah. Let's see. Jesse, my whole team is injured. Who should I start? Out of Smith, Lamb, London, Dell, Marvin Harrison Jr., Johnston, Robinson. Well, what am I picking? Just my bad, but am I just picking like one guy to start? Like throw it in. I'm almost to the bottom, so you won't have to wait much longer to get your answer. Sir Drop TV, what up, homie? Debo or Adams rest of the season? Leaning Adams. Both are pretty similar though. Yeah, sad mechanic. So right now I'm smoking on some Jasper GMO root beer, and it is 27% THC. JD, what up, homie? And let's see here for the memes. What up, yo? Got some questions pertaining to CJ Stroud and Purdy. My QBs are Dak and T-Law. Rest of the way, it's ugly. It's a single QB dynasty league. I managed to get Stafford off the waivers, but yeah, it's a bad matchup this week. But I guess what's the question though? What's the question? Just let me know. Let me know. And let's see. Ryan said the guy who has Mixon isn't the best trader and is 3-6. Thoughts on trade off for teams above? It didn't. Did I miss it? I don't think it put the teams in. Yeah, it did not put the teams in, Ryan. So you might have to do that part again. Just remind me again what it is, because I'm smoking a lot of weed. Sometimes I forget. My short-term memory is not the best. And oh, nice. Derek said he got some stuff from waivers already. Nice. What'd you get, bro? I didn't know that they already started sending out. Stuff, but cool. Let's see. Oh, here it is. My friend wants a 25-second and 26 first for Stroud. Am I making that trade? Should I have the QB stability? Well, okay. So here's the thing. Should you make this trade as of right now? On paper, like the right answer is no, because CJ Stroud has not been doing that good necessarily. But I feel like this is one of the lowest points that we've kind of seen from him, and it's not that bad. So I think I would do that. The one thing that sucks, it's a single QB league. So like, it's almost like you're paying up for that too much as well. So that's like that's my dilemma. With that specifically, is if it wasn't a single QB league, I'd say, dude, you should have already done that, but being a single QB league, it's like, I feel like you're kind of overpaying as well. Let's see. We already did that for Nigel, Frizzil, Roshan, or Benson. I'm leaning Roshan. It's kind of tough though. JD, this Nico BS is killing me. I looked at who I could pick up just in case he doesn't go and doesn't look good. Yeah, it's yeah, I totally understand that, man. I really hope he plays this week, but we have to know that that there's a possibility that he can't. And the thing that sucks the most is it's a fucking night game. It's a fucking night game. So that means we only got Sunday night or Monday night as pivots. So I think that we're going to have to like push this off as much as we can until tomorrow morning. Cause like we haven't heard any new news about him. Not today. And okay, here we go. Thanks, Zaire. Rodgers or Williams? I'm going Rodgers. Tracy, Saquon, or Jones? Start two. Tracy and Saquon. I don't even know which Jones that is, but Aaron Jones probably. Otten or Fergie? Leaning Otten. Zaire, Pickens, or Devonta? Ooh. Leaning Pickens. They said that Lattimore is not going to start. He's still dealing. It's either a hamstring injury or knee issue. I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but he's still dealing with something and he's not ready to go for them. Oh, Jesse said 2 to start. I forgot what it was. Let me try to find it real quick. 2 to start. Smith, Lamb, London, Dell, Marvin Harrison Jr., Johnson, Robinson. I mean, leaning Lamb in London for now. My next 2 up would be Tank Dell and Devonta Smith. Because there's a possibility that both Lamb and London aren't going to play. Oh, you're talking about me. Yes. Yeah, I got some we got some wafers, flowers. They hooked me up with some of the lights. So I got some halado mints and the rainbow belts. Let me see. Let's see. The rainbow belts, we got 26% THC. And the halado mints, we got 25% THC. And then they hooked me up with some of these spliff pens. So the spliff pens are cool. I like them. And I'm not even really I'm not a tobacco person either. So there was like one of the flavors where like the tobacco terps were like way too much. But almost just like you're just getting a little bit of a blunt flavor. Like this one's like a strawberry one. I forget what the flavor is. Let me see. It is strawberry Russian cream, and it's live resin that's in here as well. So yeah, super tasty. Super tasty. Like this would be like right up Derek's alley, but I know he's in New Jersey, so. But oh, hey, dude. But I talked to while I was in LA, I went and visited the Heisman crew. And Ricky's going to be coming on the show before the end of the season. They got a new product that they're about to launch. And they actually said New Jersey is the first place that they're launching it. And I think they said they're launching in like, so it's not this, Derek. It's not the spliff pen, Derek. But you will like the other thing that Heisman was talking about. So it's kind of like it's like a one hitter. And like they have 3 different versions of it. One is like the mid, kind of like mid-level, flour, just more of a cost effective like one. And then they got like, the high quality flour, and then they got the high quality flour plus the infusion. And it's all flour, but it's like kind of taking the place of like cartridges and stuff, or the joints. I mean, kind of taking the place of like the infused joints. And so I think they said New Jersey, and I know they said they're going to like the biggest ones. So yeah, I'd be on the lookout for that in the next like couple weeks. And I'll be talking more to their crew, and I'll find out, because which one's the one that you go to, Derek? You go to Curaleaf, right? They said they're going to be in some of the biggest shops out there. So I'm sure they'll be in Curaleaf. Let's see. All right. Sorry, guys. All right. Let's see. Where did I leave off at? Monroe St. Brown or AJ Brown rest of the season? I like AJ Brown's schedule a lot more. Scott, do I go with a Sunday player if I have Tyreek, or wait it out and hope for the best? If you don't have a Monday pivot, and I don't even know who you'd have as a Monday pivot with the 2 teams that are playing, unless we hear something today or tomorrow, I gotta lean on sitting him. He did not practice today, and today's like their Friday practice, so not good. And let's see. I'm just calling you SM because that's the first 2. But what is first 2 letters there? But what should I call you? I don't even know. It's like SM cross something. Should I start Tracy or Hunt? I'm leaning on Tracy. Random 7-1-1 with a tie. Said some guy like Hunt, Chubb, Mason, Bigsby, Higgins, Tyreek, J-Mo. No, I remember your team, but I'm talking about the other team, though. I was talking about the other team, the one who you were trying to trade with. John, what up, bro? Vikings or Chargers? Ooh. I think I'm leaning the Chargers at home. And John Kyler or Cousins. Cousins. And then for John McMillan, Westbrook, Ekine, or Singletary. Leaning Westbrook, Ekine. Let's go. Papa J, Adams down, BTJ for the flex. Adams. And Giant said, bless all the commissioners who don't have time restrictions on auto subs. Yeah, that's one thing. I had to draw my line. I had to draw a line in the sand for that one specifically. Because it does suck, and that is a good feature for that. I just feel like so many people would take advantage of that. And you already know, like, the players who played on the bench. That's what's tough. Because if it wasn't like that, I'd be taking advantage of that shit. For sure would. Otten or McBride? Ooh. I'm going to say McBride, but it's very close, man. Like, these guys are both, like, top 3-4 options to me. Tucker one, I'm good. Where I got Nico. I have Dell set to play if you can't go. There you go. John said Pickens or Bucky. Going Pickens was very, very, very close. King D, Hawk or Ferguson. Man, even though Hawk might not be getting a full complement of snaps, I feel like I want to play him versus the Jags. Jonathan, what up? Standard scoring, is it crazy to play Downs over CD? It's not crazy, but it's also not a good matchup for Downs. I mean, not a good matchup for CD either, you know, and then him being hurt, though. I mean, obviously that's one of the reasons why you'd even consider him. But yeah, I mean, it's not crazy, but it takes some big old balls to do it, though. And Ryan said, looking for trade offers to send for Joe Mixon. He's struggling. Yes, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is if you want me to give you the best type of offer that you should send to that person, tell me what that person's team is, who's their starters, who their bench is, because a trade that you will get done is based on what they need. So if you just want me to give you 2 or 3 random players and go pick for Mixon, I could do that. But I want to like try to help you the best way that I can. So just throw in their team. And Doug, what up? Drop Worthy for Leggett. I mean, if it's a redraft, like I guess, yeah. King D, Rodgers or Darnold. Ooh, that one's kind of tough, but I think I'm going Darnold on that one. It's just such a juicy matchup. Giants, anyone else feel like it's going to be one of those weeks when bitch ass Cole Kmet has 2 TDs? Right. Might be Swift. Might be Swift's ass who has the 2. Patriots can't they do a very bad job of defending the run. Mini Moneymaker, what do you think about Neighbors rest of the season? Is he a solid trade target? Fuck yeah, dude. I said he has one of the best schedules for any wide receiver out there, and he has very little competition for catches on his team. So, yeah, very, very good trade target. CB Dizzle, what up, homie? Thanks for the super chat, my brother. He said, got offered Brian Thomas Jr., Neighbors, and Bowers for my JJ. I mean, that's a lot. Who's your tight end? Like, I mean, I know Brock's like pretty much one of the best. Like, do you have some shitty tight end to where Brock is like a huge improvement, like for you? You know, there is no like sidestep to JJ. JJ is just like in a league all of his own, and it's not even close. But he does have, as of right now, the 24th easiest schedule for wide receivers, and the Giants have the 3rd easiest schedule for wide receivers. So like just in that, not saying that I want Neighbors over JJ on a 1-for-1, but I'm just saying like there's a lot of good things on getting JJ and I mean on getting Neighbors, and one of those things is his schedule after their bye week in week 11. It's a chef's kiss all the way forward through week 17. Yeah, Kincaid or Kraft. I feel you, bro. I feel you. Let me see. Packers, they got the 18th easiest schedule. Week 11, 15, 16, 17 is good. But week 10, 12, 13, and 14, you're kind of up shit's creek without a paddle. But Buffalo actually has a really good game this week because the Colts have been giving up booty. And then week 14, you got that covered because they go up against the Rams. That's a really good matchup. So it's really only like 2 weeks that you need covered. Hold on one sec. I think there's a Jack in the Box order. One second, guys. Okay. So I guess I would be trying to get one other person besides Brian Thomas Jr. If you can get some other person besides Brian Thomas Jr., I feel like that makes the case a little bit better because BTJ, I mean, he's got decent games like this week on paper anyways, this week, next week, and then week 13, but then it starts a horrible lineup of schedules, and he has one of the worst playoff schedules out of anybody out there. So that's kind of why I don't want to trade for Brian Thomas Jr. The other two, Neighbors and Bowers, that makes it very interesting for JJ, especially because, I mean, everybody needs tight end help. If you don't have Brock Bowers, Kittle, Kelsey, is like you need tight end help, right? Otten, there's only a couple guys. Okay, yeah, Kira Leaf. I know I was right. Downs, Jennings, or Robinson. I think I'm leaning Robinson. All three of these guys. Well, actually, I guess Jennings has the best matchup. Potentially Jennings. I'm just nervous about him. As I said, Drake or Stafford rest of the season. I mean, if I got to pick one, I guess I'm picking Stafford. Although we going Addison or Demario Douglas from our last flex spot. Addison. Let's do it. So here, DeMarcus or Braxton Berrios. DeMarcus. Julian, play D-Hop or Dell at the flex if Nico does or doesn't play. Thoughts? I guess whether Nico plays or not, I feel like Dell's just going to be getting somewhat solid volume. Goddamn, man. I think I just got to go D-Hop. It's so hard to sit him after last week. It really is. And Frizzo, someone dropped the Rams defense. Do I pick him up? Who do you got? Who do you got right now? Nigel said I'm in a must win. I have Nico and Tyreek. I have Nico with Tyreek pivot. Too risky. It's risky. It's risky. That's for sure. But at least you got to pivot. And Turco1J told me they don't ship out of California yet, but I'm hoping once it's legal here, I'm hoping. Yeah, I mean, see, that's the thing that's tough is like, I just want to make sure you don't get your hopes up because once it's legal there, it doesn't mean that that Wafers will have a facility in Louisiana. So, I mean, it's tough the way that all the laws work right now. Like everyone is like every state is its own like independent country as far as like the weed laws are concerned. It's fucking stupid, man. Lipsy said, wait, Olave's out for the season. I don't know about him being out for the season. I know he's out for this week, and I heard it's not good, but I don't think out for the season, is he? Mini Money Maker, my Wilson and Tillman for his AJ Brown. I mean, I'm leaning yes. I'm leaning yes, but I really my goal would be to keep Wilson, trade Tillman plus someone else for AJ Brown. That would be my goal. I said, okay, I forgot we talked about this. We think CMC is getting a full workload. Got to pick between him and Pollard in the guillotine. Already had Flowers dead. Ooh. I really don't think that CMC is going to get a full workload. Like, it's hard to think that he is going to, especially because the Bucks have kind of been whatever. Like, that's another reason. Noah or Hollins? Jesus. Hollins. Although we going Addison or DeMario Douglas. I already answered this. Addison. Let me know if you heard it this time. Because I don't like answering questions multiple times, especially when I do it quick. Ryan says team is Mixon, and thanks for the super chat on Twitch. Says team is Mixon, McLaughlin. Okay, that's bad. Dell, Pierce, Tolbert, Worthy, Goddard, DK, Pacheco. Oh, that's why his team he's hurt. That's why it's not so good on paper. And then again, so I'm open to trading Tyreek, Hunt, JMO. So here's the one thing that you got to look at. He needs Hunt. He's got Pacheco. That helps fill a very, very, very big void for him. Okay. So I'd be going Hunt with one of these. I would be going Hunt. I guess it's tough to trade Mason right now, but shit, I'd throw 4 players to be able to get Mixon if they're like a lot of bench guys. Like, I'd offer who are your wide receivers again? I totally forgot. Do me that favor, Ryan. Throw me in again. Who are your wide receivers? And I'll be able to jump back. Not a lot of questions in. And Toker1J, how can we find out how many entries we have in the raffle? So I know I got to update a few, but I know I did update this somewhat recently. And so right now for you, Jay, I might have to update a couple things, but I see 154 entries as of now for you. That's like all the different super chats and all the places that that you're a member of as well, paid member. Zaire, Otten, Hunt, JK, Downs or Robinson. Probably leaning JK. Here it is. Garrett Wilson, Tyreek, JMO, T. Higgins. Yes, it's kind of tough, man. See, I think what I would do is like I'd try to get DK and Mixon from him. And if you do it right now, you might be able to make it happen. So if you trade like Hunt, JMO or Higgins, one of the two. And then I'd potentially do Chubb and Bigsby. And then I would try to get DK and Mixon from him. Just so a 4 for 2. 4 for 2. Mini Money Maker, he said, okay, do I target Reek, Nico, AJ Brown, or Neighbors? AJ Brown or Neighbors would be the guys that I say. They have really good schedules moving forward. And Toker, when I have peeps that are getting flour from California shipped to them. Well, yeah, but the difference is the Wafers is 100% legal company. So that's the difference. You know, if they were black market, they wouldn't be paying me for sponsorships and, you know, things like that. Like, you know, so that's the difference between Wafers and a lot of other people. A lot of other people don't give a fuck because they're not 100% legal company anyways. Like Wafers, they're not going to do anything to get in trouble and get their licenses like taken away because like their licenses are some of the hardest to get, especially in California. So that's just kind of the that's the differences. And Ship of Foos, what up? Start Marvin Harrison Jr. Downs this week. I'll lean on Marvin Harrison Jr. It's a decent matchup for him, but we know what it's kind of been for him lately. And it's a bad matchup for Downs versus Buffalo. Yeah, so really I would just see, as long as you're not putting Derrick Henry or James Conner in the mix, like Hunt plus like other ones, it would be yeah, that'd be the way that I would go. Malik, what up? Drake London, George Pickens. I'm leaning Pickens. I'm actually leaning London. It's close though. Very, very close. CB Dizzle, what in the world are squares? Like Super Bowl squares. So I host them for different for all the different games throughout the year, all the primetime games. So Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, and it's only $6.90 per number. And there's 3 $80 winners, 4 $20 winners, and 1 $180 winner. So super fun, just low money and low stakes. But you could hit. You could hit someone who's just playing for a couple games. They just hit the final yesterday, that 180. And Kevin, Leggett or Pierce? I guess Leggett. Really, really tough matchup for Pierce. China said weed licenses are harder to get than Super Bowl rings. You damn right. And easy to lose. Very easy to lose. Ryan, appreciate the super chat, bro. He said, thanks for your help. To confirm, Hunt, J-Mo, Chubb, Bigsby, Mixon, and DK. Yeah, that's what something along those lines. Like, I wouldn't be trying, like, if there actually is any, like, communication back and forth between you guys, you need to make sure to remind him you have a lot of holes to fill, and you need more players to be able to fill those holes. It's the depth that he lacks. And a guy like Pacheco, he's not even supposed to come back for weeks and weeks, man. He'll be eliminated from the playoffs by the time that happens. Mini Money Maker, did you answer my question? I was on the ad. Yes, I did. It was this one, right? And if you hit the subscribe button over there, that you don't watch ads, right? So make sure you do that. It's only $5 a month. Totally worth it for as much as I go live. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can do it for free, but the channel gets paid for it. Same thing to anybody watching on Twitch. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys. I have no corporate sponsorship at all. So you guys subscribing really helps keep the lights on. And you said Reek, Nico, AJ Brown, or Neighbors. It would be AJ Brown and Neighbors. Those would be the two. And obviously I'm with you on the AJ Brown. I know all the owners really like besides AJ Brown. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, the way that I would be going after these guys, AJ Brown, Neighbors, Nico, and then Tyreek. And I don't even really want to target Tyreek with the trade. So I'd be going for AJ Brown first, see what I could do there. If no one bites, then I'd be moving to Neighbors. And then if you get no bites on Neighbors, then I'd be moving to Nico and trying to go for those guys. Don't give up your top players. Remember that. Do not give up your top players. Okay. Like that works against you. Okay. You're trying to get a Neighbors or an AJ Brown linked up with one of your top players, not trading like a top player for one of those guys. Okay. So just remember that. Lipsy, would you keep Brooks or drop him? I mean, shit, you kept him this long. I don't know if you want to just drop him. It sucks. Would I drop him? Yeah, but it just depends on who you're dropping him for. Because I don't want to drop him for a nobody. Not if you've been holding on to him for fucking 10 weeks or more. Will said, so I traded Connor for Bucky and Ladd. Tracy, Chubb, Bucky, Bigsby after the deal. He said wide receivers, Ladd, more. J-Mo, Tolbert, Metcalf. What do you think? I think that Connor has one of the best schedules for running backs moving forward. Bucky does have a really good schedule as well. Ladd's just kind of whatever to me. I don't think their schedule is even really that good. So I probably just wouldn't have done this trade, or I would have reworked it a different way. But what's your record? That would make me if your team is not winning, you're a playoff pretender right now where you need to get a couple wins together before you're kind of locked in for a playoff spot. I'd say that's a good move. If your team has a really, really good record right now, I would say that you fucked up. So I'm curious, what's your record in this league, Will? Appreciate you, Derek. Let them know. Hit that subscribe. Hit that thumbs up for the 420 crew. Nigel, DST, Jets, Buffalo, Detroit, LA, pick one. Kind of leaning on Buffalo here. Yeah. Chewy trade Isaiah Pacheco and Evans for Cup. Thoughts? I guess I'm not mad at it, but I feel like Cup, I don't know if I'd want to trade up for him right now. I mean, it kind of sucks. It looks a little suspect, man. So that's a part of it that'd make me nervous. Mini Moneymaker said, trying to figure out how to use my Twitch sub, not finding it. Like Amazon Prime, because I know normally it gives like a subscribe, and then it's like you scroll all the way to the bottom. I don't know how, it depends on if you're on the computer or if you're on the phone. But there should be an option at the bottom where it says use Prime sub, and then you got to click that, and then it ends up being free for you to do that. But then the channel still gets a kickback. The one thing that sucks about Amazon Prime is you have to remember to renew it every single month. It doesn't auto renew. I wish it did. It'll auto renew if you put in a card or Apple or whatever. It'll auto renew. It's kind of bullshit that for Amazon Prime it won't auto renew. Nigel said Andrews, real guys or sell high. I kind of feel like I want to sell high. It just depends on who you can get on the way back. You might have to do it on the computer then. I don't know why. But yeah, you might have to do it on the computer. And Chewy, I'm currently 5-4. Okay. I'm not mad at it. If that was a panic, trade for you, like a quick emotional trade, I would say not really that good, but I mean, it's solid. It's solid. And we just hope that Cup gets better. If Cup sucks, it's a bad trade either way, but we're for the Cups that I have, for the Cups that you guys all have, I hope he gets better. Swift or Dowdle rest of the season, Nigel. I don't want Swift. The schedule's kind of bad. I think I would go Dowdle. Crispy said Jermaine Jackson, a good flex this week. Jermaine Jackson. Oh, man. Are you talking about Jermaine Johnson by any chance? Because I guess I'm confused on who even is Jermaine Jackson. I mean, we're talking about Michael Jackson's brother. Could be. PTB, hope you're doing well, man. Hell yeah. Brian Thomas Jr., Cortland Sutton this week. Both kind of bad-ish matchups. I think I'll lean on BTJ, not by much, though. Will said 5-4 in this league, sitting 5th in the top 6. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm not mad at it. That's for sure. I would have tried to probably do it in a different, like, if I'm already a playoff guy, like, I want to be doing it the other way around, where I'm trading away 2 people to a lesser team to get someone better. Because it was like, in this case, it was like you were the lesser team that was trying to get better. And Corey, what up, bro? Theo Huxtable Johnson, Brian Thomas in the flex. Leaning Brian Thomas. It's close, though. What up, Dave? Man, feel free to throw this in throw it in sections. Let me know. Quarterbacks, throw that in, and wide receivers, throw it in, running backs. I know it's probably a little bit tougher for you, but like my brain can't compute when I just see like all the players in there like that. Like it just racks my brain. Johnny says, reminds me, I don't have an issues. YouTube notifications. I had to go to Hustler's YouTube page and switch the notifications on to all. Oh, that might be what people are not doing. Changing it to all. Yeah. Yeah, that makes a huge difference. Huge difference. Oh, the rookie wide receiver. Oh. Nah, man. Like, if I don't even know who he is, I can't fake the funk to be like, yeah, you should start this guy. I literally didn't even know who he was until you guys said it right now. So I'm just gonna lean on no. It's gonna lean on no. Giants underdog update. Dak planning on season ending surgery. Yeah, I mean, shit. They said his hamstring was falling off the bone, right? Like, that doesn't sound good. Tucker and J, am I good at wide receiver for the season? I have Puka, Metcalf, Neighbors, D-Hop, BTJ, and Amari. I would say yeah, because really, like Puka, Metcalf, Neighbors, D-Hop. I mean, that's 4 really, really, really solid matchups. And if it's only a league where, I mean, I don't know what league it is. If it's one of the hustler leagues, you could start 6, wide receivers total. Well, 7, I guess, if you use the super flex also. But that's like 4 really, really, really good options right there. So yeah, I wouldn't be messing with that much. Like if you were going to trade like Brian Thomas Jr. or Amari to try to like upgrade a running back spot, I'd be okay with that, but I wouldn't want to touch those top 4 guys though. Especially if you're competing. I wouldn't want to mess with that. Will said I'm also playing the odds that Connor's a little banged up. Yeah, I mean he might, but yeah, but if you're gonna play scared like that, like you gotta play scared on like everybody. Because anybody could get hurt in any given game, any time of the year, any time of the game. Like it really doesn't matter. And yeah, it really doesn't. Nigel, so I got Nico and Tyreek, too risky to play on 4 and 5. Thinking about giving Nico and Swift for Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, if you could get Amon-Ra St. Brown, like, and with everything you got going right now and needing to win, do it for sure. For sure. Especially when people are like way more on Swift's nuts than they should be. So yeah, I would say do it. And Dave said, my bad, bro. Would you go Kyler over Aaron Rodgers this weekend? No, I would play Aaron Rodgers over Kyler. Yep. I said Dak's been playing so badly. I really don't think Rush is all that different. I mean, there's definitely a level of talent difference between Rush and Dak, no matter how we slice it. Are the Cowboys bad? Yes. Is it all Dak's fault? Hell no. There's so many issues that they got. And Jordan, what up? Haven't seen your channel before, but keep doing what you're doing, champ. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you, bro. And let me see. I think you found the smaller channel of mine, which I appreciate that because I'm trying to get that channel monetized as well too. But here's the link to the bigger channel that you see all the comments and stuff. All the comments and stuff that are coming up from YouTube, probably coming from this other one. Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. And Rob said, is Tyreek fucking playing or what? It sucks, dude, because like literally, like as of right now, I have to say it's not looking like he's gonna play. And it's bullshit, man. It really is. It really is. He said, much love and support. Hell yeah, you the man. Derek said Dak might begin to, yeah. Yep. Our season's over. I mean, yeah, I guess the season never really began. And you know who's to blame for all of this? We all know who's to blame. Fucking Jerry, man. Fucking Jerry. And there you go. Look at that. Toker one. Letting Crispy know Jermaine Jackson was brought on for special teams. The rookie one is Tipton. Nigel said Dowdle with Dak out rest of season is official. Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't help Rico. It hurts him. Who's that Wallace guy from last night? What is it? Traylon? Let me go see what the hell is this? What the hell is his first name? But it's we like to call him Marcellus Wallace. Tylen Marcellus Wallace. And Jordan said, should I trade CD and Tank for JT and Devonta Smith? I mean, I'm kind of leaning on yes, but it's also just like so even that I want to say no. So I got Tyreek, St. Brown, Debo, Jaden Reed. Just want a solid RB room for the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, I feel that. I would say rework this. I would say rework this somehow. CB Dizzle. It's all Dak's fault, brother. We have to pay him. He said we didn't have to pay him. We'd be having a different convo. Well, that's the thing. If the Cowboys were any kind of smart, they would have just signed him years ago, signed him to a longer deal. But this is what happens. Like everything with player contracts is all about timing. All about timing. They would have signed both of them last year, would have been able to lock them in way cheaper. But you know, they just want to push it off until like the last possible moment. Here for the memes. What up, bro? He said, now that Dak's out for the rest of the year, my buddy offered me a 26 first and a 25 third. Oh. So wait. I guess I'm a little confused. You're trying to get CJ Stroud, right? That's what I always assumed, that you were paying the picks to get CJ Stroud. Is that the way that it's working? I just want to be 1,000,000% clear on that, because the way that you said it now, he offered you the 26 first and the 25 third for Stroud. Like, so is he buying them from you? Okay, perfect. Right. I'm getting them. Okay. So I mean, I guess it's still because it's a single QB. That's the hesitancy. And see, he even made it cheaper. So like he like really wants to make this trade. Let me go see. Let's look at. So rest of the season, CJ Stroud does have the 5th easiest schedule amongst quarterbacks. Let's see what the Rams have. Rams have a tough schedule. Rams have the 30th easiest. No, he's getting the picks. Okay. Yeah. You're getting Stroud. You're giving up the picks to him. Okay. That's what I wanted to be sure of. I would say change that 26 first to a 26 second. And then that would be worth it. I don't want to put a first in for a QB when literally, like, in single QB, do QBs even go in the first round, like, ever? You know, like, I mean, that's the better value. So yeah, I would say go backwards, and said he wants to make the trade because he has Lamar, Purdy, and Daniels. Yeah. So okay. See, now there we go. Now you gave me context that I would want to hear. He's trying to give you Stroud because he has to drop one of them more than likely. Man, I would just say 2/3. Offer him 2/3. Offer him a 25 third and a 26 third and just see what happens there. That's what I'd do. And then if he comes back with a 25 third and a 26 second, I'd still make him try to throw a player in the mix. I'd still try to make him throw a player in the mix. Dak's last season as a Cowboy. What do you mean? Didn't Dak get paid? Did he not? Yeah, man. Dak ain't going nowhere, man. Dak's contract's so big. Oh, mini money maker. This is what this is maybe the part that you missed. So I'm thinking about offering Wilson for Neighbors. No, do not offer your best players. Do not do that. Here's the thing. If that person that you're trying to get Neighbors from, if they have no reason to trade Neighbors, do not waste your time. You need to go do more research on, like, do these guys who have these wide receivers that you're going for, do they actually have a reason to trade? Do they have voids that need to be filled? Like, that's what you need to do. You need to fill someone's void. It's like someone's missing a piece to their puzzle. You have that piece. You got to figure out how to fill it and then get Neighbors at the same time. You had played poker with him on Thursday. All in, bees. Elias, what up? Could start 2. Vontae Adams, CD, Amon-Ra. I'll leave CD on the bench. Lipsy's Devonta playing. I guess we don't know 100% as of yet. Dave, do we think Debo's a go? Debo is a go. If not, pick one. I mean, if Debo doesn't go, I probably would play Jennings, but we don't know if he's a go yet. Adams would be the next man up. Let's see. Chewy said Cooper Rush has destroyed my Eagles before. My neighbors are related to Cooper, and I gave them 7 points on $20 bet. Spread is 7.5. Let's see. Crispy says season's over when they paid. Season was over when they paid Dak. Is funny. See, Elias agreed. Fully Jerry Jones' fault. Dallas deserves MVP caliber last year, and CD's an elite wide receiver. Yeah, and then look at everything that happened in the beginning. You pay CD and Dak like all the way at the end of the preseason. So like, shouldn't guys be there in the preseason? Shouldn't you want them happy in the preseason, helping other guys on the team and all that kind of shit? When you ain't paid, you don't want to do none of that. Shakir over Marvin Harrison Jr. for CB Dizzle. Nah, probably leaning Marvin Harrison. And here for the memes. Here's the issue with Richardson. I'm cooked, so throw him away. Stafford and Dak are old and brittle. Yeah, I get it, but it's a single QB league. What's your record? I don't even know if you ever told me your record in there. Said for high on Stroud for his career, decent investment. I said, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you could have hit accept on that at any time. You're asking me questions because you want me to help you negotiate, right? Like that's what I'm not saying don't do it. I'm telling you how to negotiate with him. So I hope you're kind of understanding that part. Because, yeah, I'm telling you to do it. I'm just telling you the way to negotiate. So let me know if you understand that. Let me know if you could. Let me know if you get what I'm meaning by that. Hey, Song, what up, bro? Yeah, Eagles are at full strength. Yep, Cowboys are not. He said, I'm just thinking long term as well as short term. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying do it, but what I'm saying do is throw the 2/3. Like you're playing ping pong with the person, right? Like that's how you got to think of it. Like he went one way, he went a little bit high. Now you got to go back and you got to go a little low. He's going to come back. He's going to go high. You come back. Maybe you go low. It's like you keep playing this game until you find, the value that works for both of you guys. Because obviously he wants to get the most for Stroud. And you should be wanting to pay the least that you can for Stroud. So it's this fine line of like, the offers that you send. You don't want it to be shitty. But you don't, and maybe 2/3 would be shitty to him, but it's also a single QB league and he has this crazy luxury and he needs to get rid of those guys. So that's why I'd say go back with 2/3, 25/3, 26/3, and then see if he accepts. If not, maybe he counters and maybe he counters a second and a third or whatever, that's still better than what was it right now? A first and a third, that's the goal. Get it cheaper than a first and a third because he already lowered his value from when he told you that original value. That means you are in the position of power, not him, because he needs to make this trade. He needs to make it. He probably needs to pick someone up, but that's probably that extra bench spot is like really like having that extra bench spot and knowing he can't drop one of those quarterbacks. Probably making it hard for him in certain spots. Lipsy said, start one at a Monty, Bigsby, Addison, Warren, since I just lost Olave. I mean, shit, you lost Olave. Like, Olave didn't even play last week, did he? I'm leaning Monty. Nice. Okay, Dave said Jennings, I believe will go. Coach announced it yesterday. Cool, and they're an early game. So either way, that's easy. That'll be easy for us for Sunday to figure that out. Yeah, Frizzil, Olave just landed on IR, man. Lame. And you go on IR at this part of the season and your team sucks. I mean, we can almost assume that they're out for the year because why would they bring them back? Like it would almost make 0 sense for that. Nigel said, risk if no news comes out about Tyreek or Nico, or play it safe and start Sutton. Well, as long as you could be here tomorrow to see if we hear any kind of news, I'll say hold out until tomorrow. But yeah, if we don't hear nothing about either one of these guys, it really sucks, but we got to make business decisions. And like Tyreek not practicing today, even in a limited capacity, could he play? Yeah, for sure. Like we've seen stuff like that happen, but it's still not likely. It's not likely. And Nico, I mean, they designated him to come back from IR because they had to, because of timing. If they let him stay on IR, that means he would have went on IR for the rest of the season, and they would not been able to bring him back. So they brought him back. They might have they might have brought him back to practice too early for that 21 window, the 21-day window. But yeah, I would I'd say play it safe, or I'd say push for that trade, man. Keep pushing for the trade. Crispy says Stephen Jones making all the calls. Stop blaming Uncle Jerry. Nah, I mean, come on, man. Like, there's no way in hell that Jerry Jones is not making some calls. What up, Rob? CMC workload confident will be enough. I am not confident that he's going to get a bunch of touches in the very first day back. I'm not. So I'd be a little bit nervous. And here for the meme said, yeah, sure, brother. I'm also going to try to add context. Next multiple messages is tough. Yeah, and don't forget, you can put in a super chat, and then it gives you more space for characters. So that's also an option. So like whenever you do the super chat, it just gives you more characters that you can throw in there. And I hope it's helping though, because I'm some people think I'm a little over the top with some stuff. As long as you get what I'm saying, because we're on the same page. It's just me trying to help you get the best value that you can get. And Compton Quest, we got defense here: Titans, Denver, Houston, New England. I don't like any of these this week. Like, I guess maybe Denver, but Titans got the Chargers. They haven't been a good matchup for defense. New England's got the Bears. I mean, they might be good, but New England has kind of been shitting the bed. And Houston's got the Lions. I really don't like that. So I guess if I'm forced to choose from one of these four only, I'm going Denver. Mini Money Maker, Wilson BTJ for Reek, Brian Robinson, crazy. I just wouldn't do that. It's too even. It's too even. Don't do it. Microman, I traded JJ and J.K. Dobbins for Derrick Henry and Devonta Smith. Did I win? I don't know. I think that remains to be seen if you won or not. Because, you win on Derrick Henry, you lose, but you lose on JJ. So that's the tough part, is like you kind of just like, it's like these are your wide receivers and these are your running backs, and you just like literally did that. So it's like you're still kind of in the same spot, but now you have a better running back over here and then a not so good wide receiver, not as good of a wide receiver over here. Yeah, Johnny, what up? Ah, nice. Checking out a house in a few with the 269 super chat. You the man.
69 dudes.
And I hope it's good, bro. Checking out new houses is always fun and interesting. Man, it was like perfect timing when I got this house out here, because a lot of things changed and my credit score is not the same on what it was 2 years ago. But yeah, should be fun, bro. Hopefully it's a good one. And let me see. Where did I leave off at? Right here. Rob, single QB. I got CJ for Coleman at the beginning of the season. Yeah, see, exactly. It's all about timing, though. He said saying Coleman was usually a second. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he was going in the second more often than not. And Shipafoo's traded away. Mayfield and Coleman got Hurts. Well, Hurts outscored Mayfield the rest of the way. I mean, that's kind of tough, man. I don't know if he would outscore him the rest of the way. I think it's very, very similar. Let me see. Bucks got a cupcake schedule for the QBs. They got the third easiest. Eagles have the fourth easiest. I mean, they're really close to each other. It's almost like you split hairs. So I bet both score very similar. Perry have an owner who could be desperate to move Lambs or give a package like Brian Robinson and Cooper, maybe just Robinson for him. Yeah, I would try for a 1-for-1 trade as of now. There might be people who are hella pissed and panicking. And Terrell, Pearsall, Douglas, Leggett. I guess Leggett. I don't like any one of these guys. Chewy said, so they're rushing Nico. Well, it's a fine line because like you want these guys to come back quick, but you never know how quick they're going to respond. And you know, if Nico was like a full go in practice, that means they worked it out perfectly. He was on he came back to practice for 3 weeks into the 21 day, and now he's just ready to go. But he got the questionable tag. So as soon as he got designated to return from IR, he got the questionable tag. Let's see. What up, Bray? Trade Mooney and Tracy for Aaron Jones? Nah, I would just hold on that. Yeah, if you're trying to make a 2-for-1 trade, I'd shoot a little higher. Tracy's got a really good schedule. Chewy said Jerry wanted to go all in the offseason, but didn't do shit, huh? Right. Nigel traded away Rush for Kelsey in the 3 QB league. Wasn't expecting rest of the season out of Dak. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. Perry said, as a Cowboys fan, makes the call, gets paid no matter what. Yeah. And Chewy said, okay, I'm not starting to fight. I'm not talking about the Cowboys anymore. That shit's funny. Well, yeah, Nico's been off IR for the last 2 days, but they already said he's questionable, though. He's off IR because like technicality, like the 21 day. Like, did they say anything about him being a full go? Hold on one second, guys. Sorry. Yeah, let's see what they say. Oh, I guess maybe it was 2 days ago where they said that they were gonna activate him from injury reserve. It's because it's the 21 days though. Like that's why. I'm assuming he's still questionable. Papa J rolling the dice says, get it. Yeah, crispy Cowboy fans in 72. Let's go. And Mini Moneymaker said Underdog said Nico will play week 10. Yeah, I don't trust Underdog, though. They're just trying to get you to spend money over there. And then if he doesn't play, then they're going to refund you your money. So I don't trust Underdog updates because they're trying to get you to join things and play and spend money. Toker one, glad I'm not in the house for market mine just got paid off. Nice, man. I wish one day. I'm sure now it's crazy. It's like buying a house isn't even a top priority because it's like it's way. Remember when it used to be, Jay? It was way more expensive to rent a house than buy a house. It ain't that way anymore. It's like the exact opposite. And Ship of Fools said just got an update moments ago that Nico Collins will play. On where though? Because the news that came in was he was activated from injury reserve. That's what I'm seeing. The Chargers also activated Gus Edwards from injury reserve. Doesn't mean he's going to play or play a bunch. Will said, man, only an idiot would give up Lamb for B. Robin Cooper. What happened? Perry said, only person you hear speak on players getting paid is Jerry. Yep. Steven drafts, but that's about it. Jerry also controls who coaches there. That's for sure. That's definitely for sure. What up, Frank? Montgomery, Stevenson, Tracy, start 2. I think I'm going to go with Monty and Tracy, but it's pretty damn close. What up, Theo? Nigel, do we remember Cooper Rush was lighting it up with CD 2 years ago in that 4-game stretch? Sneaky buy low on Lamb. I mean, if you could buy Lamb for nothing, like, yeah, do it. And he's hurt. That's like another thing that's going on. Jerry's the only person that talks to the press. Yeah, exactly. Price, I mean, you could trade Mooney for either Tracy or Jones. Tyreek Hill officially questionable. That is not doubtful, but yeah. So Jones and and my team up there. My other comment, do you think I need the depth? I can't remember, but I don't want to trade. Like, that's the thing. You don't want to trade for depth unless your team is sucking. If your team is doing good and your team is up there, you're not trading for depth. You find your depth on the waiver wire. You trade your depth for studs. Lips said, gotta be true if the NFL tweeted about it. Well, they said he got designated to return from IR. That's what the message was. And see, look, he's still questionable. Sleeper just changed it from IR to questionable. That was one thing. Let me go try to find this because I know that the coach said something about him being questionable for this week. Let's see. And see, and even yesterday, I did see this message. Yesterday, 1 day ago, said the Texans have designated wide receiver Nico Collins to return from IR. 2 days ago, with Nico Collins still not practicing. Okay. Well, no, that was something different. Let me see. Pass all the tests. Okay, here we go. It's 3 days ago. Nico Collins has passed all the tests for the hamstring, no setbacks per league sources, regained speed, mobility, ready to go. Matter of when, not if, he'll be designated to return. This team is still determining. Okay, maybe that wasn't it. Where the hell did I see it? Where they said that he would still be questionable. Yeah, I guess it was just the practice report yesterday that said that he was still questionable, or like that he was still going to be questionable. He didn't get in a full practice. If you don't get in full practices, you're still questionable. So I guess that's what it was. Got to do some research on Jerry and Steven's past since they own the Cowboys. To get back to me. There we go. Yeah. And Frank, DJ Moore, London, Leggett, start 1. Lean in London if he plays. I'd go to DJ Moore if he doesn't. And Ship of Fools just got an update. Okay, yeah. Not that he will play. We got the update that he designated to return from IR. And Chewy said, glad I pay rent, though, $850 a month. Man, I wish my rent was $850 a month. And Compton, Quest, and IDP League, I got Crosby on by. Who do you recommend? Sweat or Autry? Lean in Sweat this week. Yeah, Will. Gus Edwards to the moon. And Perry said, bro, Steven only shows his face in the draft room. Right. Right. Jerry's running it all. Facebook trade D-Hop for DJ Moore and Murray. I don't want to trade for DJ Moore. He's got a great schedule, but I don't want it, man. Yeah, there you go. Danny, he said Collins is, quote, iffy. There you go. That's the medical term. Luis, what up, bro? Downs or Hopkins? Man, I'm leaning Hopkins. I got to. I know it's a tough matchup, but he's got Patrick Mahomes, and Patrick Mahomes can pull a rabbit out of his ass. You know, I don't know if Joe Flacco can. Might be able to pull a gerbil, but I don't know about a rabbit. And Chewy said our rook has been playing lights out this year, so we shall see. Okay, let's go. Toker one, I'm not playing Nico this week. I mean, it would be a lot better if it wasn't the late game. You know, that's what sucks. It really is. Mini money maker, Nico for my Wilson straight up. Nah, I want to figure out how to get Wilson and Nico on the same team, not trade one for the other. I know it's easier said than done, but it's like trading a top player for a top player. Like, it'll either work out or it won't. You trade a top player to get them with your top player. You know, the likelihood of now your championship working out is a lot higher. So it's harder to make a trade like that. But if you do it, those are the type of trades that can help you win. Yeah, right, Crispy, exactly. I haven't seen anything about a full go. Questionable is correct. Yes. So that's what we all got to remember. Even though Nico was designated from IR, it was timing-wise on why he was designated to come back. And that he's still questionable, and he did not get a full go in practice at all this week. He was limited in practice, so he's still got the Q tag, the questionable tag. Like, they could come tomorrow or even today and say that he's good to go, but they probably won't. Just sucks. Guys caught that? Mini money maker. What about Amon-Ra and Nico on the same team? That's what I would have. I mean, that's super dope, but Amon-Ra, Wilson, and Nico on the same team, that's even better. You know, like I'm not saying like try to get greedy and don't trade good players, but if you are a team that's winning right now, like you have a good record, you should be trying to trade with someone who doesn't have that good of a record, who needs depth. That's where the best like trade partners come from at this time of the year. We'll send in keeper league where we keep 20. McCarthy's still on the wire. We can only roster 4 QBs. Oh my gosh. He said, how late can I push not picking him up and dropping Winston? I don't know. Like, do you need Winston? Like, I don't know. Drop him now. Like, Winston's got a shit schedule moving forward. It just depends if you need him or not. Because, yeah, like, let me see. Yeah, the Browns literally have the hardest schedule out of any quarterback. Like, week 16 versus Cincinnati, that's his quote-unquote easy game. The rest is all bad. And they got the bye this week, too. I just do it. Winston starting for someone else might actually be good for you. Because it might actually screw them over. Quinyon Mitchell has been one of my favorites, but that Barkley spin move turned around. Man, that was nice. That was real nice. Probably playing limited snaps. Yeah. Will said Houston activated Nico, just like Carolina activated Brooks. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's all about timing. Like, I think a lot of people like get that confused that if you're designated from IR, that you're automatically playing. It just means he's eligible to play. It doesn't mean that he's actually playing. And Bray said Drake London for Nico. I mean, I want to get Nico, yeah, but like, I don't know. I want to get Drake London and Nico on the same team, not trade one for the other, unless Drake London's like your third. You got 2 better wide receivers than Drake London, I'd say go ahead and do it. But I bet you that that he's your wide receiver 2. If not your wide receiver 1, if you've had injuries. Chewy said just traded the last place team for Cup. Nice. Chewy keep 20. What kind of sorcery is this? And Turn, what up? Do I drop Siebert? He's out this week. Need a kicker or keep him on my bench to get a new kicker? Well, I'm not the guy to ask kicker questions to, because I just say get rid of that bum and go pick up someone who's going to help you this week. And Togo and J, I got Shakir, JJ, Puka-Del, See when he plays, I think I'll be good. Yeah, I mean, you got JJ, Puka-Del, and Mooney. I think you'll be good leaving Nico on the bench. Facebook user, what up? Should I start Waddle this week? I mean, it depends. Who's your options? If you got real shitty options, yeah, I'd start them. You got great options in front of them, probably not starting them. Rocker, I got Puka and Wilson right now as the 1 and 2. London's the 3rd, so Nico would go in the flex. Yeah, I mean, if it's just a straight up trade like that, 1 for 1, I probably would. Jets have the 6th easiest schedule for wide receivers, and the Texans have the 8th easiest schedule for wide receivers. Texans Nico also has not had his bye. And Nico's got a shitty playoff schedule. Week 15 and 16 are tough. Week 17's Baltimore, so I mean, that's good on paper. But if they start getting a lot of their DBs back, that's not so good on paper. All right, guys. Been rocking for nearly 2 hours. Got to get up out of here. Let's see. Mini Money Maker. Just imagine Hurts, Amon-Ra, Nico, Kyren, CMC, Bowers. I mean, see, like, I don't think of it that way, though. I mean, I know you're thinking of what your ultimate team could be. I think of the trade in the nutshell where I try to win every single trade, no matter what. Because, yeah, your team's good either way, with or without the trade. All right, guys, I'm out of here. 420crew.com. Go sign up. We got the NFL playoff leagues that are going to be starting here in a couple weeks. Also, go get signed up as a paid member so you can get in on our raffle. There's going to be a couple things being raffled off. One's a Sergio Mix-a-Lot signed jersey. I don't have it pulled out of the bag here, but we got a Ricky Williams college signed jersey. And it's got all of his like records and shit on there from college. And then here's another big thing. The Dr. Dabber, your electronic dab rig dabs are not included, but this is a $200 device. And so even if you're not big on dabs, I mean, you could sell that to someone else pretty easily. And maybe that will make you start getting into dabs a little bit as well. Yeah. So any paid membership that you have, whether it's YouTube, Patreon, Rumble, Twitch, all of those you get raffle entries for, along with the super chats. So I appreciate you guys. About to get up out of here. Peace out, Derek. Peace out, Papa J. Peace out, Emil. Peace out, everybody in the chat. Probably not going to be going live for the Saturday night show, but I'll be back tomorrow. Be on like around 8 o'clock. So it'll give us like 2 days or 2 days. It'll be like 2 hours before the game start. And like, I'll be live right before all the injury ins and outs happen. So, all right, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.